Welcome to September 2020 Energy Trends. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman of DivineTransmissions.com. This is Toth with Infinite Oneness, the Magdalene Midwives, and many beings of light and love moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be continuing our energy trends conversation in the month of September in the year 2020. As you know, this year and all years are unlike any year that has gone before and is unlike any year that will be to come. What will support you in navigating this evolution that is unfolding at a rapid pace in this particular month is if you choose to be very much in communion and connection with the multi-dimensions of you. As you know, there has been much conversation about dimensions and that you are tapping into more and more and more dimensions of who it is that you be as a divine being. One of the ways that you tap into more dimensions, whether we are speaking about this from a higher consciousness perspective of unity consciousness, or whether we are speaking about this from the recognition that there are more dimensions of you than you are fully realizing in the now moment. So this expansion into more dimensions of you actually can be accessed in a way that is simultaneously very straightforward and also expansive, which is by connecting to numbers. Dimensions are connected to numbers. You have the first dimension, you have the second dimension, you have the third dimension, you have the fourth dimension, you have the fifth dimension. And that dimensions are connected to numbers, and numbers are connected to time, dates, birth dates, years, money, and also organization, how things are organized. It's often organized by numbers. You have an outline and there's a 1 and then a 2 and then a 3. You have maps that are organized in numbers. You have gas tanks that, although they are not outright organized in numbers, they are organized by a quarter full, a half full. Numbers are still a part of many, many, many places and spaces of your experience on the Earth star. So we would invite you to utilize your awareness, your recognition of numbers in a way that expands you into more dimensions of who it is that you are. So we would bring forward a transmission to support you in this amplification of accessing more dimensions of you through the power and the potency of numbers. So we invite you to close your eyes if you're called, and to connect to the first dimension of you. The first dimension is also connected to the prima mater, the divine ray, as we speak about in the Council of Light, the fabric of creation, and connecting to the second dimension, where there are these building blocks of consciousness that start to come together, the elements of earth and air and water and fire, or in the DNA, the A, the T, the C, the G. And connecting to the third dimension, that which you refer to as the physical plane, and that you experience often through your senses, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, touch and sight and sound. And connecting to the fourth dimension, and the fourth dimension we would speak of as love. That 2020 is a 4-year, and that the fourth dimension is a dimension of greater unity. It is a dimension of greater communion, greater love. One of the ways to access more dimensions of you is to be more loving to you and to others. The fifth dimension we would invite you to tune into as well as a still point, as an environment of now, as an environment of now. And that in Divine Transmission's signature opus level program of Divine Light Activation, we connect to 24 dimensions and beyond. For now, we will speak about the 5, for we know that many are speaking about fifth dimensional living. To us, it is connected to wholeness, and so there are many more dimensions that are being realized beyond the fifth dimension. For now, we will just speak about the fourth and the fifth. So how is it that you move from experiencing yourself through your physical plane and identifying yourself with your physical plane? It's already happened. And the fourth dimension is love. Love is unity consciousness. Love is inclusion. Love is that path. And so we invite you to, and we're bringing in the vibration of love to support you to access more dimensions of you. Always if you're choosing. To then get to the fifth dimension, which we are experiencing and broadcasting as the still point, the eternal now. The eternal now. And there's a flow of awareness in this eternal now. So we would invite you to connect to the number 4, to the fourth dimension, to numbers in general, to imagine that you have a team of guides that are numbers that are coming to support you. Ani upi kati ika tohumiana ankashti. And as you have opened the doorway to greater love, now notice that there's more dimensions of you accessible. And then we'll bring in this transmission for the number 5, the 5th dimension, and the 4 and the 5 together are 9. 9 relates to numbers. 9 relates to many things. Completion, cycles. So the 4 and the 5 becoming the 9, inviting you to tune into the eternal now, the still point, this clear field, this place of peace and awareness. Love plus stillness equals exponential expansion. Exponential expansion, as it relates to any numbers, is doubling your income or cutting the time it takes you to scribe your book in half. So we'll spend just a few more moments here really broadcasting the energy of love and the energy of stillness. And then as we're completing, we would invite you to connect to the number 9. 9, 9, 9. And what is it that you can bring to a place of completion in this month? So as you're ready to, just opening your eyes. And this is also what we would invite you to focus on if you're called in the month of September, as then you're moving into the last quarter of 2020. What is it that you can complete in September that simultaneously accesses more dimensions of you and then also frees up more dimensions of you? All is light and love, and we are all.